Hello and welcome to the Collapse Experiment. So, new year, new man. Pot deux. What did I buy on New Year's Eve? Went to the grocery store. Had to get some supplies because working out is actually like a really small part of the battle. Things need to be eliminated. I've gotten in the bad habit because I do about an hour driving every day. Actually, somewhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours per day driving to work and back, 2 jobs. The city I work in is like 15 miles away, but you know, there's traffic and there's obviously other issues that can slow things down. So I got in the habit of stopping at the Dollar General, which is the cheapest place to buy Doritos. Well, that's not happening anymore. The other thing, they also have some of the cheapest red wine. That's not bad, I will admit. There was like a decade where I wouldn't say I was a wine snob. I had a very piqued interest in wine. I like red wine. There's some white wine that is good, but it's not my thing. Plus, red wine is the one that has resveratrol, which is an antioxidant that is known for de-aging. You take enough of it and you can actually start feeling and looking younger. It helps slow the rate of cell breakdown, because as you age, your cells break down and replenish, and sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower. So that's one of the advantages of red wine. Now, I don't drink to get drunk. I don't drink excessively. On average, if I do, it's like 1 glass a day. On the weekends, maybe it's 2 or 3 throughout the day. Not at one time, not within an hour. It's just something that I sip on, right? So, alcohol for me hasn't ever really been an issue. But I also acknowledge you're drinking calories. Alcohol is sugar that is broken down to a state where it's easier for the body to absorb. So that might have something to do with some of the pounds I'm packing. I'll acknowledge that. I have a feeling it's more the Doritos. But what did I get instead? Obviously, neither one of those was on my list of things I needed in order to begin this quest to get healthier. Some of the cheat things that I found from reading Muscle and Fitness and Flex magazine over the years was cottage cheese is a good snack food, especially if you're lifting weights and you're a bodybuilder, power lifter. Cottage cheese is one of them. Lean fish. Picked up a pack of tilapia, so I can occasionally cook some of that. Tilapia is nice. Doesn't really have a flavor. So whatever you add to it is the flavor it's going to have. It's kind of like the Chardonnay of the sea. If you like a lemon zest, if you want it to have some type of like tomato sauce, maybe some type of like garlic cream sauce, like it's going to taste with however you cook it, right? So I got some tilapia. I also got 3 cans of, well, I guess they're not cans, whey protein powder. That's one of the keys. That's your recovery. Now, I did see that Meijer is actually selling creatine. Kind of surprised me. Because I'm pretty sure that Michigan, they did something stupid where it was like you couldn't get creatine. Or maybe it's how you can get it. I don't know. But I did see a container of creatine for like 20 bucks. And I remember when I was in my early 30s, those protein shake creatine, which was usually like a fruit punch type drink. And damn, now the creatine, don't follow the instructions on the container. That is how you end up in the ER. The company wants you to take more than your body actually needs. I have seen guys end up in the ER with extreme kidney pain because they did what the packaging said. And a lot of these guys, they were going to like the police academy. They were trying to pass the firefighter course. So yeah, they need some muscle. They need to be able to like move a person out of a burning building. So they do the research and they're like, oh, hey, creatine has, it increases the speed of like muscle recovery and keeps you swole. But there is a side effect. You really need to be careful with that one. There was a short time I followed the instructions. I started to feel like, oh my God, do I have a kidney stone? Like, what the hell? So I didn't stop taking it. What I did was I researched and I read a bunch of articles on creatine and how to use it. And sure enough, I was probably taking twice as much as I should have. So I basically cut it down to like 1 drink a day post-workout. That went away. So I did not buy the creatine. What I got was the whey protein because it was on sale. And that crap is expensive now. I could not, it was like the cheap one. The Body Fortress, which is what I used beforehand. $22 for a container, the same size that I used to buy before. But yesterday, it was buy one, get one half off. So I was like, 30 bucks, that drops it down to like 15, which is $3 more than I was paying back then. I was picking that shit up for $12 a container. 12. It's almost more than doubled. I did notice there is a Meijer brand. And the Meijer brand, I think, is like $18 a container. That was also buy one, get one half off. I decided to stick with what I already know. So I bought the Body Fortress. There was an Aldi brand I bought. I think it was like $16 or $18 for a container of whey protein. Chocolate peanut butter flavor. Because I figured if it's not on sale and I need it, I need to know where I can get it for cheap until it does go on sale again and I can stock up. Avocado. Aldi had bags of frozen avocado chunks. That's great. It's already cut up. I can decide how much I want to go into my smoothie. The great thing is you get the omega-3 fatty acids. Avocado is good for boosting testosterone, and it makes your smoothie taste like ice cream. Who can argue with that? Chocolate ice cream. So, I picked up 2 bags of those. I also got a couple packages of mussels. You know, seafood is lean. Mussels are not oysters. Oysters are good for boosting testosterone, high in protein. But mussels are cheap. And then I think I got like either 10 or a dozen cans of tuna in water. Now I know I said that you don't want to have too much tuna because of the mercury. That is true. You don't eat it every day. It's just one of those things where maybe it's the afternoon, you're starting to feel hungry, you know you need some protein. You make yourself a tuna fish sandwich. Or if you don't want the carbs, you're trying to really cut that body fat, you just make yourself a tuna salad. Use some of that olive oil mayonnaise or whatever weird thing that they're concocting these days. Mix it in there. Oh, so the other thing, coffee. I'm still not doing coffee. It's been irritating my wife because I'll get up, make my tea in the morning, and then she's like, I don't know how you start the day without coffee. And I'm like, well, after I was sick, that was the thing. That 7 weeks I was sick, and that period of time where it was like, oh man, what do they call that? It was in my throat. It was like everything burned. Especially coffee. I think the coffee was too acidic for whatever infection I had going on. Just couldn't drink it. Once I got myself off the coffee, I didn't really have a desire to go back onto it. Now, there are several advantages of drinking tea over coffee, especially if you're trying to get in shape, you're working out, you have to stay hydrated. Coffee is a diuretic. The more coffee you drink, the more fluids you lose. Yeah, you're getting a caffeine boost. Doesn't matter if your body's not hydrated. And when your cells are replenishing and rebuilding, you need to be hydrated. So the thing with tea is that, for one, it's water. Has some caffeine, not enough to where you're going to be losing more water than you're taking in. There's also the antioxidants and minerals that your body needs. It's kind of taking another supplement. Forget to take your multivitamin? Well, at least you got some antioxidants from your green tea or your black tea. There's less in black tea, more caffeine in black tea, but you still get the minerals as well. You just can't go wrong with the tea. So, I have a huge stockpile of tea over the years because when I find a really good deal, I tend to buy it because the shelf life on tea is astronomical. It stays good for a really long time. There's a reason why they dry the leaves out instead of just plucking it off the plant and putting it in the water. It's for storage and trade. You find some of those bricks of tea, they used to press it so that they could ship it. They'd wrap it in paper. And each brick of tea had a certain value. It was used as currency. One of those bricks lasts you a long time. So if you can find that, you're good to go for like a year. But lately I've been finding gunpowder tea, which is really cool. It's the whole leaf rolled up into these little balls that kind of resemble gunpowder for muskets. So I've been picking that up for super cheap. The other upside I've got right now is I still have a lot of whole chickens in my freezer from when I processed the Cornish hens I raised last year. So a lot of chicken to go through. Put it in the old pressure cooker, let it go, keep the broth for the occasional ramen, throw that in the freezer. Some of the best tasting ramen broth you can make. Chicken noodle soup too. So anyways, that's primarily what I picked up. Supplements. A couple of the supplements that I get, I mean, there's the obvious multivitamin. You want to be taking that. Other things I take. Gotu Kola. Probably a plant you've never heard of, but it's great for brain function and memory. That's the other thing about working out, is that it actually helps your mental clarity, your brain function. You want to be smarter, lift some weights. Sounds weird. Everybody talks about meatheads, but some of the smartest guys are the ones that wake up at 3, 4 in the morning, get their workout in before they start doing their thing. Ginkgo biloba, that's circulation in the brain. Put those two together, it's a winning combo, I found. Echinacea, now you can't take it all the time. You kind of have to do like short bursts of taking some for like a week or two. Stop taking it, because it ends up losing its effect. Like, you haven't taken it for a while and you think you feel something coming on, start taking it before the virus or bacteria or whatever it is that you contracted really kicks in, because that'll help boost your immune system. Echinacea is really good. Vitamin D3. That is one I started taking during the coof. Never really stopped taking it. So, especially times of year like this, where you get your vitamin D from sunlight exposure, this is one way to supplement it. It's not as good as getting direct sunlight, but it's better than nothing, right? And then there's a couple of other things I've picked up the last couple months, couple weeks. One was like Focus Factor, which already had a lot of the same stuff I was already taking, with some added ingredients. One of them being caffeine, and caffeine can actually be good as like a fat burner, so why not? Is that it? That might be it. Some of the things I want to pick up, resveratrol. There's one product on Amazon I really liked that I tried last year. Could probably take that instead of drinking red wine. There's some studies that show that taking that instead of red wine is better for you, because you're not ingesting the alcohol, but you're getting the antioxidant effect. So that's cool. And when it comes to other projects that I want to do over the year and get finished, what the hell is that product by Onyx? It's the obviously I'm not on it because I can't think of the maybe it's on it. Is it on it? I don't know. The Joe Rogan thing. It's like it puts you in a flow state. I don't know. It's expensive. They sell it at Sam's Club. I always look at it, but I just never want to buy it because it's never on sale. I'm just like, is it really that good? Well, there's one time I did find it. It was wasn't in pill form. It was in like the little packets where you mix it with a drink. And I took that. I ended up buying that package for like $15. And after trying it, I was like, holy crap, this stuff works. This is like coffee on crack. It's amazing. So, Bought that for 15 bucks, started using it. Then I went back to the store to get the rest of what I saw on the shelf because I was like, I can't pass this up. It's a deal. I looked up how much it costs online usually, and gone. It was gone. Like somebody else noticed it. There's mushroom supplements that you can take. I don't do well with mushrooms. Actual mushrooms. Doesn't matter how they're cooked, how they're prepared. For some reason, as a supplement, it's fine. I don't know if it's because it's dehydrated and it's a smaller amount. But lion's mane is really good. Oyster mushrooms, shiitake. I seem to do well with shiitake. I'm gonna have to change that. There are some mushrooms I do well with. Shiitake is one of them. Go figure, it's something that I eat all the time in like Asian cuisine. Because I love Asian food. Maybe I just built up a tolerance to it, but shiitakes are really good for you too. And yeah, those are the ones I would look at getting in the future. Plus, mushrooms are really good for building your immune system as well. So, that is the stuff that I got the other day. I'm sure I'm missing a few things, but one thing I would stay away from is like the protein bars. A lot of them, they have a bunch of sugar and carbs in them so that they taste good. I remember some of the early protein bars. It was like gnawing on a piece of beef jerky that had been dehydrated for too long. And now the new ones, they have like those weird whey crisp things in them. They're covered in chocolate, and it's just, if you're looking to cut down on your body fat percentage, don't do that. If you're gonna add that into your daily routine, like something for a snack, do it when you're already on your way. When you've got more muscle mass, you're burning more calories anyways. That's the time to start taking those. So anyways, that's about it for me today. Keep on typing.